Hey, what's going on, guys? So some of you may remember about a year ago, Gravastar sent me their Mars Pro Bluetooth speaker to review and also do like a custom repaint on. I did that and I repainted it in like Maschinen Krieger style painting, and it's a really nice speaker, so it works really well, sounds great and everything. And I hope you guys checked out that video. But they've gone ahead and sent me something new to check out, and also going to be doing a repaint on these. This is the Pro Sirius gaming earbuds. Now, as some of you may know, I'm not really that much of a gamer really, but I do love music, and I do especially love listening to music while I'm working, and if I could, I would listen to music from the moment I wake up to the moment I go to sleep, but I'm not always able to. But at least with these, I can listen to music a lot more often, than I just would normally, just because I have to worry about, bothering other people with the sound and everything. Obviously, there are other earbuds available on the market. What's so special about these? How good are they? That's what I want to check out in today's video. And then we're also, of course, like I said before, going to do a repaint on them. So the first thing what I want to do is just kind of take them out of the box, try them out, see what they're like, kind of give you guys my thoughts on those. Everything that I've heard about them is that the sound quality and just the build quality, everything of them is really good. So we'll go ahead and check them out, and then we'll talk about the repaint plans. So first off, these are available in multiple different colors. Of course, I opted for the war damaged gray. I figured that this would give me a good background for when I'm painting on this, and then when I want to actually chip the paint, do actual physical chipping of the paint, it'll give me this nice gunmetal color underneath the paint. So that's why I opted for this color. Otherwise, there's some other really cool colors if you aren't planning on repainting, you just want to get it and just keep it as the color that you get. So on the back here, we have some of the specifications there, and then the entire case is just in plastic, but as you can see, it's all been kind of like dry brushed, so it's like black plastic with like this silver dry brushing on it there. Looks like this is a film here. There you go, very nice. So obviously we have this window here on the front and this little latch here for opening it up. There is also a official seal sticker over here on the side. I'm trying to open this and thinking like, oh man, that's really tight, but you're actually supposed to open it from the bottom. Right, open it from the bottom, and of course it's got that sticker on there, which I didn't cut. I was expecting it to just rip. And there we go. So here is the headphones, and this is actual metal, so it's an actual metal case. We'll take a look at that just a second. I just want to take a look at this extra stuff here. So you have this little black box with all of your extras, everything else you need for this. So it's a nice little box, seems like a good high quality. And I can say, the outside's plastic. I don't know, some people may prefer metal, but just for a case to kind of carry stuff around in, or even just if you're not going to use this, I'm fine with this just being plastic. This box being a very nice quality does just kind of seem like it's very good. So we've got our user manual in here, some extra earbud kind of rubber pieces there, a couple other little things in here. This is a chain. Interesting. Yeah, so I'd seen this online. I didn't know that this actually came with it though. But this is just a black metal chain here for actually stringing through this, and so you can just wear this around your neck. So that's actually really cool. That's convenient. I didn't know that was going to be included. And then we also have, of course, the charge cable in here. So it looks like it's a USB-C type connection there, I'm gonna say. The manual is in English at the front for the first couple pages, and I think it's in a couple of different languages here, or at least in English, and it looks like Chinese for the second language. Then let's take a look at the case itself. So like I said, it's all metal, so it has a really nice weight to it. It has, some pre-printing on here, that of which is not of too much concern to me. Like I said, I'm going to be repainting over it, but this nice metal color will be really good for doing our paint chipping on this later. Down here on the bottom, you can see this part is plastic, and there's where you're going to charge it. Here's the power button that you can use to also, so we'll change the color of the LED light, that you have that light there right there for it. So if I press that, this is also the charging indicator, but you can press that and it's changing the color of that, so you can cycle through the colors, which is pretty cool. To open this up, you simply press here on the side, and that pops open, quite satisfying, and clicks close pretty tightly. So that's really nice, feels very good. Here's the left and right ones. I've not charged them, so I'll have to plug them in to charge them, but there's your two charging pins and your in-ear detection there on the outside there's a button here. So on the left side and the right side, the button functions are different. So like one side will be like for if you click it twice, it'll go to the previous song. If the other side, if you click it twice, it'll go to the next song. On one side, if you click it 3 times, then it switches between mode, music mode and movie modes. So you have some different like sound mode options with these. You can also increase and decrease the volume with these by pressing and holding. One side will go up, one side will go down, and then if you press it 1, 2, 3, 4 times, it activates Siri if you happen to have an iPhone. These are not metal though, so just plastic, which I was kind of worried about. If these had actual metal on them, they would be just feel kind of heavy in the ear. But because they're just plastic, that's good. I was just kind of worried about that. But they look really cool, I gotta say. Let me go ahead and get these plugged in, charge them up, and then I'll connect them to my phone and see how they sound. Alright guys, so obviously there's not going to be much that I can do to demonstrate to you guys how it sounds with the nature of these just being earbuds, but I've gone ahead and paired them up with my phone and been trying them out with some different music. And I gotta say the sound is really nice. It's very bassy, so if that's the kind of music that you like listening to, then it sounds really good. But if you don't like to listen to like really bassy stuff, depending on what type of music you're listening to, it may not be necessarily the right sound if you're getting these primarily for listening to music. I feel like I wish that they had more music modes. They have like the movie mode, gaming mode, and music mode. Those are the 3 modes that you can switch between. I wish they had multiple different music modes. After trying them out, like watching a little bit of a movie, watching YouTube videos, and also listening to music, I think overall the sound is really nice. It's just for certain types of music, it may not be the ideal sound that you want. But as far as like the functionality of them, just like being able to tap to start the music and then tap to stop the music and like tapping 3 times to switch between the music modes, whatever, that all works very well. There's a couple other small but very important features that I want to show you guys real quick here before we get into the painting, so let's go ahead and take a look at those now. As far as the battery life for these, according to the website, they hold about a 4-hour charge, and you have additional charges here within just like the main batteries, so you can charge them 4 times, so like a total 16 hours battery life on a full charge of the unit. Now that's very cool. As for the chain, you have like this rubber part here. There's not necessarily instructions for it, but just looking at the picture on the website, you're meant to just like clip the chain onto this rubber part and then put that rubber part on there and use it like that. But I don't really necessarily like the look of just having like this silicone rubber part there connecting that, and I feel like that's gonna break easier than like just having the chain directly attached onto here. Now there's nowhere to actually clip this on using this little clip here, so probably what I would do if I want to actually use this, like wear them around my neck, would be to just go ahead and just loop the chain through here. And not gonna be maybe as pretty, but I think it's probably the most functional way of how to hang that on there. That would be the deal for me. Now, quite possibly to the most important feature of these, you may notice this interesting shape here on the inside, and that is actually because it's a built-in bottle opener. So here I've got my favorite Japanese beer, a bottle of Kirin Ichiban, and I gotta say, works very well, and that's certainly convenient and certainly a good reason to keep this around your neck. But a couple things we need to do real quick just to get it ready for painting. Number one, I just want to get rid of this pre-printing on here. Not really particularly necessary, but I just want to go ahead and do that. Also need to go ahead and mask a couple things, like that little light strip that we have underneath there, the LED light. I just want to go ahead and mask that just in case. And also the button and the power where the cable plugs in right there. Just want to go ahead and mask those. I'm going to be careful with my painting, and I should note that I'm just going to be painting this entirely by hand, and I'm not going to be using a primer, so I'm just going to be doing just kind of what I'm going to call like a very light painting on it. So just kind of painting it just very lightly just with lacquer paints, not doing any primer, and then just maybe doing like a very light top coat over the top of that just with spray can, but that's going to be the only thing that I'm going to spray on this. Alright, now a couple of different ways we can go about removing this. I'm just going to try it just by sanding it with a sanding stick for one. And this is working pretty well. It's probably the lightest way to go, but if you don't want to have to upgrade to a more gritty sanding stick, I think our part separator actually might work pretty well for this, to be honest. There we go, looking a little bit kind of scratched up, but obviously that's kind of the overall style of it anyway. So I'm gonna go ahead and remove all the rest of this, and then we'll get to our masking. As far as the earbuds, it seems that the printing on these is just sanding off very easily. Alright, so for our painting now, let's get into it. I'm just going to be hand painting here with some SMS. I got Sasebo Gray and Russian Sand for our 2 main colors. Going to do kind of cloud camo with that. And then Anti-Fouling Red here for our band on that. So that'll be kind of later on. Right now, these are going to be our 2 main colors that we're going to be using. Alright, so after all the painting is done now, I got my camo pattern kind of laid out on there. I got the red stripe, the color band across the top there, and the earphones as well, the earbuds, sorry, I should say. Now I'm going to lay a couple of decals on here before we move on with a little bit of weathering on it. So I've just got a sheet of Machine Krieger decals here, and I think I want to put a L and R, or maybe just an R, or maybe just an L, maybe just an R on one of the earbuds here on the outside for one of those, and then maybe just a couple other decals like around on like the main body here. So let's go ahead and get into it. Alright, the next step, like I said, I do want to try a little bit of weathering. That said, I don't know how different products are going to react on this, with this being a zinc alloy, with the headphone, or the earbuds, I keep saying headphones, with the earbuds being plastic. Those, like basically anything that I use should be fine on this, because it's just plastic, kind of essentially just like working on a standard model kit. That said, I do need to be careful about like getting liquid on the inside. They are supposed to be waterproof up to a degree, but I mean, I don't want to test that by getting a bunch of solvent inside there. So I have to be really careful, so I'm not gonna go really go to town on weathering this up. I'm gonna try to do like a fair amount to try to, you know, get the look, but I'm gonna be very careful about it, basically. Alright guys, I think I'm just about ready to call that a day on this, and so the last step is just going to be spraying this with some semi-gloss top coat just to try to lock everything in. I can already tell that the paint is not really having a really good grip on the material, which makes sense. It's paint just laid on top of zinc alloy. So I'm gonna get some masking tape in to like cover up some of this stuff on the inside, and then like on the earbuds just wrap some tape around here, like the important parts, and just give it like a light coat. I'm not gonna try to like give it like a really good wet coat of top coat like you normally would for a model kit. You want like a good wet coat of top coat with this, and I think I'm just, you know, again, I'm gonna be careful with it. Alright, and here we have the finished product. It's pretty cool looking, I gotta say. I'm pretty happy with how this came out. Just gotta try it out, make sure everything's still working. So I got a little bit of residue from the masking tape here on the button. I gotta see if I can get that off, but we'll go ahead, turn it on. Still working, the light's on, very good. Wanna see how it looks complete with the earbuds in there as well. And there you go. Really happy with that, and looks like everything's still working. Let's just go ahead and give it a try. Alright guys, so that concludes this video. They're still working great and looking much better. Not that they really looked bad before, honestly. It's not like it was like an ugly product that needed a repaint. I mean, like how they came was pretty cool looking already. I just thought it'd be fun to just try repainting it, since that's what we did with the Bluetooth speaker as well, and I think it came out looking pretty awesome. So let me know your guys' thoughts down in the comment section below. But again, just big thank you to Gravastar for reaching out, letting me try this out, sending these out to me to just have some fun with. Of course, there'll be a link down in the video description to Gravastar's website where you guys can go, and if you decide to pick something up from the website, it'll help me out, so I really appreciate you guys at least going there and checking out their website, checking out their different products. I've really enjoyed both the Bluetooth speaker, and these are now really cool as well. But like I said, guys, let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below about the speaker. How do you think about my Repaint? And as always, if you'd like to see more, feel free to like the video and subscribe. Really appreciate all your guys' support. Until next time, hope you're all having a really great day, and I'll see y'all later. Bye bye.